Roadhouse is sponsored by Finley River Towing and Speedy's Industrial Coatings in Ozark, Missouri. Speedy's does all your media blasting and powder coating. Big or small, they do it all. Finley River Towing takes care of all your high-end to low-end towing needs. Call Finley River Towing if you're in the Ozark or Branson area. Tell them the Roadhouse sent you. Okay, the most current state of my Glock 17 Gen 5. We got the Adams Arms thread protector there, fluted threaded barrel, Olight light system on it with the laser, green laser, undercuts on the trigger guard. We have got on the inside, I have given it the 25-cent trigger job, polished everything on the inside. The Holosun optic, we'll go down, and HE407C. The Ameriglow suppressor sights. The Victor's Tactical extended magazine catch. Dawson Industries extended magazine. eBay little magazine flared extension, whatever you want to call it. And here, this is something that doesn't look that great, but really helps a lot because I didn't need the full extension on the back strap. I just needed this right here with the extension up here as far as the dovetail goes. And you know, it's crudely done, but it really helps a lot. And that's just using factory parts that came with it. So it would extend all the way down here, and but it doesn't because I cut it off there. Then on the inside up here, on the slide, on the striker spring, I went 4.5 pounds instead of the 5.5. I used the plunger spring from the Glock store competition spring kit. And that is it as far as it goes. Glock Gen 5. Okay, for this event, I bought this Uspsa, however you pronounce that thing, magazine loader. Never wanted a magazine loader in my life. I took an old Glock basic one to my last event, and I still had, my thumbs were all sore from putting them in there. So this is a really nice setup. This is about $35. I'll leave a link down in the description. I got this one in OD green. They come in a bunch of other different colors. So this one is really a good setup. I don't know how I would have loaded. I don't know how. I will tell you this. I am really excited about using this. This thing loads magazines really fast, and it doesn't have any issues with your thumbs because all you got to do is put the round right up here. You just pull it in. Put the round in here, it slides right in, you release, and then you keep on doing it. Another round in, release, another round in, release, you're good to go. This is an awesome setup. Got to have one of these things if you're doing these events. If not, your thumbs are going to be sore. As far as what my trunk is set up like, this is not in my trunk, but this is basically what this is. Okay, as you can see, I didn't laser cut this sucker. So I was in a really big hurry to try to get it ready for the first match. And I can always carry 2 weapons in there, and I'll redo this at some point, but right now it works just great. The foam up top to protect it when it's shut. This is already set up for my next event. It's got 200 rounds of ammo and my ammo loader in it, so it's already ready to go. Here's a little few extras in case I go over. First aid supplies, extra magazines, and I'll probably be putting more stuff like springs and stuff like that in one of these as well to keep extra parts just in case something breaks down. Then I got my belt with all my magazines already in it. Then I have my range bag with an extra set of ear protection. I've got a cleaning kit, water, snacks just in case, and this is where my spring kit is right now until I get it moved over. So if you're at a small event where you're not taking your car where all this stuff can be, I take the stuff I need from here and I put it in my range bag, and then I just carry my range bag to these each stage. At the big event at Gadsden, I used this, and we put them on the back of Kurt Broyles' truck, and Kurt Broyles has a rollout system where these cases fit exactly in the trays, and they just roll out, and it is a awesome setup. Great setup that Kurt Broyles has. But then again, he travels all over the nation to go to these events, so he's set his stuff up according to how easy it is for him to shoot at these events. I'm not sure how well this is going to work out, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you basically my setup. And my setup is by no means professional whatsoever at all. But what you are going to need is a shirt that you can tuck in if you have to. And I have cargo pants, proper cargo pants. And then I have a proper polo type shirt. I have my duty belt with my Black Hawk holster, magazine holsters. Magazines, I point them forward so as I pull them out, I can put them right into the magazine well when I'm shooting. So whatever works best for you. You're going to need a ball cap. And the reason why you're going to need a ball cap is because of the sun. And you just keep one in your car, keep one in your keep one in your car, keep one in your range bag, whatever you need. Then you're going to need a pair of earmuffs. Now, I have these. I've had these. They're Caldwell's, and they're electric, so they block out any of the gunshots that you're going to hear or loud noises, such as a loud clap or anything. But you're able to hear everything else, which is a really good idea. I wear this, and I told you a coat of some sort that is pretty tight. That way you don't have any issues with it around your weapon. The shirt that you wear, you need to be able to tuck it in, or at least get it out of the way from around your weapon, because when you're fast drawing of any sort. So, and then another thing that I've seen people use, and I've used myself, is keepers. If your belt is not really tight on you, wear keepers. It helps when you're pulling that weapon out of the holster, and it also helps in real life keep your duty belt on you if somebody should try to take your duty belt off of you, rip it off of you. I wear Keen shoes, nothing too special. Got some traction, kind of rugged, and they're really good on the range. So tonight, Hank and I, who's exactly right behind me, we're going to talk about the Nobody Fights Alone charity event for cancer. I got a t-shirt from it. I'll leave a link to every single sponsor that they had down in the description for everything that's on the back of this t-shirt. There was a lot of great events. Avalon Optics showed up out there. It was a really nice event. They gave away a bunch of stuff. there at the thing before it even started. So I was really excited. My boss actually owns the event. That was Gadsden range that we went to. As far as changes I made before this event happened, one of them, of course, is the box. And then the next thing that I did was I switched out the striker spring in the slide. I went ahead and went from the 5.5 factory pound spring to the 4.5. Perfect. I changed it and the plunger spring. And when I ordered the competition Glock springs from the Glock store, I'll leave a link down in the description, I did not realize that the Gen 5 does not have the extra little spring to it. So I've got the plunger spring and I have the striker spring that have been changed as far as competition springs go, but I do not have the other piece that's in the trigger system up here. I do not have it done because the trigger system in the Gen 5 Glock is different than the others. So I do not have that one done yet. So that's the only thing that I have lacking. And I'm really glad that I got to, I bought the trigger competition spring kit because there was another person in our group that had a trigger spring malfunction and he needed new springs. So we gave him one right away. One of the ones that I didn't have, which the trigger spring kit comes with a ton of striker springs. Whichever ones you want to use, you can change and mix them up however you want. And you can decide which one you want. I kind of like the 4.5 pound one. And this one worked especially well, had no flaws whatsoever during the whole entire event. I was extremely pleased with how the weapon operated. As far as the mess ups that I did, one of them was my grip feel. A lot of people have different type of grip tape and all that type of stuff on the weapon. That's something that I'm going to be doing before, hopefully before my next event. My next event's actually this weekend. So I am going to try to get the grip tape type stuff on there. And there's a company that makes it, I don't know, but when I, my next video where I tell you how well I did in this next event or how whatever happened, I'll leave a link down in the description. But as far as the grip goes, there was one event where I was kind of sweaty. It was about 76 degrees outside. My hands were a little sweaty and I felt like I didn't have quite a grip and I had to reconfigure my grip a few times during that stage. So I feel like I wasted time a few times because I did not have the correct grip. Now, I know that Kurt Broyles wants me to go to a grip that's on there permanently and it's insanely grippy. And I forget the name exactly of it, but it's where they use like an epoxy with a real like big chunks of sand and stuff in it. And it really works really well. I borrowed one of his weapons one time when he was trying to get me to start doing this. And when he thought that I was, I needed another weapon. And I will tell you, it works. There's nothing better than what he did to where it works. Now, I didn't want to mess up a brand new Glock. And at the time, it had 0 rounds through it when he offered to do this for me. And I have not done it yet. I will probably get a grip tape type thing first to see how well I like it. If I don't like it or if it starts moving when it's hot, I will most likely go to what Kurt Broyles has been putting on his weapons. Because he is a professional, I'm not. And I think that it would be a really good grippy type situation. Now, it would be a really good thing for this weapon as far as moving forward in this. The next thing that messed up was the very close targets. Some of them were like maybe 10, 15 feet away. And I had issues with the red dot because I was having to aim at the very top 1 inch of that target, of the little tiny target, in order to knock them down. So I'm going to see what I need to do regarding that. Maybe sight it in at a different range. I sighted everything at 15 yards. If you feel like you know more than what I do, which is totally possible and like 100% possible, maybe not that much, but there's a good chance. Leave a comment down in the description what you think what my issue is on this. But I was having to aim at the very top of the targets in order to knock them down, which slowed me down a few times, and it also caused me a few extra rounds of ammo to go out. Leave your comment down in the description what you think is going on with this thing. I'm going to talk with Kirk, which I haven't done yet because we've all been busy, but I'm thinking that I probably need to zero this in at a different yardage, or just suck it up and know that I need to, when it's really close, I need to aim at the very top of the targets. Maybe I'm not sucking it up enough. So let's go on from there. This was my first big event, and I was really excited about it, and I used the 2A remanufactured one-time used brass ammo, and I only ejected one round the whole entire event. So that might have been my fault, but I'm telling you right now, this one-time used ammo from 2A worked extremely well. They sent me the ammo. I bought it, of course. They weren't sponsoring me or anything like that whatsoever, even though I would love for them to do it. But they sent it to me, and they let me know exactly when it was going to arrive. They gave me updates. They did everything on earth to make sure I knew when this was going to arrive. It came with this container, which I'll be able to use for other things outside of just this shooting. So the container was really cool. It's 500 rounds. I think it was like $120 plus shipping. So this 500 rounds, I will be buying from them again. This next event that I have coming up, I'm going to use a grind hard ammo that I got through Tactical Shit. And they did not send me any time limits of when they were going to get my ammo to me. I was really frustrated with it. I had sent them several emails. But this next weekend, I will be using the grind hard ammo from Tactical Shit. It is a 115 grain full metal jacket. And a lot of the ammo that I'm going to be using is all 115 grain. I have not gone to doing my own ammo or making my own ammo or any of that type of stuff yet. I'm not that far involved in this, but this 2A ammo right here, it came through. I only had one round that I had to eject. You might ask me why I'm using this grind hard ammo this next weekend instead of using the 2A ammo, which I had excellent time with, is because Nobody Fights Alone event for cancer, I shot like almost 300 rounds. There was one event where I think we shot about 90 rounds at one time. So it was an excellent event. I had a blast. And when I said in my last video regarding equipment, when I told you that I had painted my last magazine a different color so that way I would know when I was running out of ammo, this helped tons. I knew exactly when I was getting low on ammo. So that is a thing that nobody told me to do, but I did anyway, and I am extremely happy for it. Now, as far as my equipment, how well did everything work during this big event, whereas it wasn't a small event where it only takes like 3 hours? It ran great, and I'm not using competition equipment, as you can see. I'm just using stuff I've collected over the years. I did build all of this stuff up top here, which I'll give you the links to. If you want it, ask me down in the comments. And I'm using a Black Hawk holster. I did not have any issues with any of my equipment. So there we go. I can improve on equipment, and that's what I plan on doing, but I did not have any issues with it whatsoever. I would try to get a jacket that fits pretty tight to you. in case it's cold outside. That way you don't have any issues with getting your magazines and all that type of stuff. I did have a jacket that was pretty tight, but I was glad that I did have it because it really saved me. Now, as far as the Uspsa magazine loader, this saved my tail. I guess it is kind of noteworthy that I did place third in the amateur optics division. So amateur and then the optics. I don't know if there was just 3 of us or not, but I did place third. I did not put it in the video, more or less, because I hadn't received the trophy yet. They said they were going to send it to me. I'll show it to you in the next video, I guess. I hope I've been able to help a lot of you all out that are just beginning in this sport or just interested in it. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and comment down below. Subscribe and you'll get more content regarding this and other hot rods and all the other stuff that I've got. Appreciate it. And as always, if you ride her hard, don't put her away wet. Each stage was sponsored by different companies, and each stage was really great for me. This is only my second event ever, and I had a blast. There were color-coded things for cancer. Everything was done in the cancer theme, and I really enjoyed everything about this event. The whole thing was set up really nice. It's only their second year, I think, of doing it. It had been an event, Nobody Fights Alone, had been an event before, but somebody had not continued with it, and they picked it up and continued with it. So this is the second year for these two, this group to do, and I was really thrilled with it, and I'll be going back next year as well.